Microsoft, they've got a lot to prove, ladies and gentlemen. This is Microsoft needs this to be one of the greatest conferences that they've ever had. You guys can let me know if that volume ends up being okay.
This is the Xbox E3 2018 briefing.
If this isn't like a fresh IP, we're already on the wrong foot. To Africa! Don't do it. Don't do it. You did it. Oh, for fuck. You led the conference with Halo? Oh, no. Alright, well, hey. Just roll with it. Halo Infinite or Infinite. Yeah, Infinite. Yeah, we'll go with Infinite. Powered by the Slip Space engine.
Please welcome the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer.
With Halo Infinite, we will join Master Chief on his greatest adventure yet to save humanity. We're now at a moment of exceptional creativity in gaming. We can't wait to show you what Creativity Unleashed looks like for you. So to all the gamers around the world, across time zones and languages, to every single person watching us on TV and on Mixer, and to our largest ever live audience, the thousands of you with us right here.
If the video is stuttering for you guys today, I changed it to 60 FPS, should be anyway, then I'm not entirely sure why.
I'd like to personally thank everyone who's joining us from FanFest. 100% of the proceeds from your FanFest tickets are going to Gamers Outreach. Thanks to you, kids in children's hospitals get to game with their friends in their favorite worlds. It's a great cause. That's what I appreciate most about gaming. Gaming brings us together. Gaming connects us. It inspires our truest cooperation. It creates
I can turn the conference up.
memories of competition and our deepest conversations about the stories within games. Most of all, gaming fosters real community. It reaches across age, ability, race, gender, and geography. This is why I've always believed, and will always believe, that gaming is the great unifier.
Oh, shut up.
And
This
what
is-
unifies us
This
is our
is so
shared love of this
2018.
art form.
Please.
Legendary characters who captivate us. Not just for 10 hours, but for 10, 20, 30 years.
Plus,
Bold stories that inspire the hero within us.
give me the games.
Iconic worlds that are so richly imagined, we feel excitement in the air and danger on the seas. As gamers, we are at a momentous time where creative vision and cutting-edge technology together are delivering the art form we love.
You could use this
So,
speech every
for
single
months,
year.
Our teams and I have traveled the world,
And
meeting developers
it
from
would
Japan
apply.
to Poland, from the UK to the Ukraine, from big studios to single developers, creators who seize the full power and potential of Xbox One to express their most daring vision for games. Today, we've curated a bold showcase of their best work, and ours. 50 games. 18 titles with exclusivity, and 15 world premieres. Some will be first-timers on this stage, and others will be first-timers on any stage. All are imagined by the industry's greatest talents. All demonstrate what true artisans can create: mind-blowing art, immersive sound effects, breathtaking worlds. So let's jump in.
Exclusive.
Here we go. Brace for impact. 18 exclusives, but are they timed exclusives? Are they Xbox exclusives, or do they also show up on the PC? Oh, we got Ori right off the rip. Okay. This looks really good. The Ori team always smashes the aesthetic for sure.
World premiere.
World premiere. Show me something crazy, Microsoft. You need some next level. This better be like Onimusha or some batshit. If I called that, it'd be amazing, but I doubt it's Onimusha.
So you're awake. Looks like death is not your fate. Just yet.
Oh, this is the FromSoft's. What's the name of it?
Some time
Frick.
has passed since I found
Ghost of
you.
Tsushima.
Your master still lives. They'll soon make use of his bloodline. The limb you have lost.
That door
give
opening
way
was
to
very Dark
something
Souls.
more useful. you'll learn to appreciate its worth.
Oh, power bomb.
Your death won't come easily.
This is an entire game based around the samurai blade from the first Dark Souls. What was the name of that sword again? Oh, that's the... Oh, Sekiro. What? Excuse me. Sekiro, shadows die twice. That's not right. What?
Please welcome, from Bethesda Game Studios, Todd Howard.
What was it? Sekiro Shadows something? Yeah, Uchigatana, yeah. Samurais are making a comeback. Hey, look who it is! It's everybody's favorite
it's
God
great to see
Towered.
everybody again. You know, actually, the Bethesda event is a few hours right after this, across the street. And Phil said to me, I'm having a few friends over. Why don't you stop by? And look, I know Phil is really, really charming, but damn, he's got a lot of friends. And the good news is, you're our friends too. We've had an incredible 16-year history with Xbox, going all the way back to the original with Morrowind.
Don't say Skyrim.
Now backwards compatible.
Don't say Skyrim.
And that goes all the way to bringing mods to consoles with Fallout 4. And now we are bringing the Fallout universe to Xbox Game Pass with Fallout 4 launching today. And hey, since we're here, we thought we'd give all of you an exclusive world premiere first look at Fallout 76. Yes, Fallout 76 is a prequel to all the other games, and it is our biggest one yet. It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Set in the hills of West Virginia, you are one of the first to emerge into an untamed and very different wasteland.
4 times the size of it. That's a lot more settlements to save. We're going to be very busy.
Years after our great nation began, we gathered together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you. So that if the bombs do come, our way of life will endure.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains.
when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. In Vault 76, our future begins.
Looks like more Fallout.
World premiere.
Spirit of my silence, I can hear you, but I'm afraid to be near you, and I don't
Square
know
Enix.
where to begin, and I don't know where to begin.
Oh, is this
It's just me.
an extension?
Captain Spirit.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
life
Chris
is
of
yeah.
Flying Fortress. Have you spotted Snowmancer? Not yet. Keep me posted.
That's not good. Oh, our internet just went out. Well, I hope that doesn't last a particularly long period of time. Yeah.
My lead. Somebody give me my jam. Chop, chop, chop. It's all about getting the jump on the enemy. No building is too high.
We're back.
60 stories up.
We're back, and I have no idea why our internet just went down. What did we miss?
Grab more, grow more, nama, nama, nama.
Well, Crackdown 3. Oh boy.
Jackson! Then you need that firepower. Homing rocket gun, bullseye, vortex cannon, see ya! Graviton tether. Have you two met? And the most powerful weapon of all, me. And then I roll out like a boss. I can push off fools, pull up the side of a building, or even bust out my very own tank. Oh yeah. Boom shakalaka! Man, these bad guys just won't quit. They got mad scientists, and
Yeah,
mad
Terry
math
Crews is the only
brains.
reason this game
Here we
exists.
go! The hits just keep on coming. Boom! Whack, whack, mother! Crackdown 3.
We will take back our world from the scourge of the machines.
Hey, look, it's my favorite game. So Crackdown 3 looked uninspired and dated as hell, but maybe that's just me.
To mankind.
up the stream volume some more. Holy shit balls. I mean, I can. If you guys are still hearing me okay, then I can
And
turn
the
it up.
skies rained missiles, and the ground burned to ash, and the seas boiled, and people turned into shadows. So let us not fear the heretics at our door. Even with their iron steeds standing before us, stinking of machine oil and shining its heretical light upon us.
Remember, most of the country has been destroyed or occupied. Even those who speak our language might be enemies, by conviction or out of fear.
We will not falter.
Are we good now?
Let us steel ourselves against them. For this is our hour of glory. Amen.
Let's move out, Artyom.
Oh, graphically this looks pretty sick. Kind of strikes me like a Metro dealio. A bit more? What the fuck? Alright, Jesus. Maximum power!
They want blood, they will get it. We'll cross it no matter what those fanatics think.
And if the heretics come for our lives, we will stand firm. So you got me, you damned heretics. Artyom, jump!
That looked pretty damn good.
Metro had me at its gritty visuals, brutal landscapes, and its mystery of the ruins above ground. What I love about our art form is the
Phil.
vast range of creative expression, from grim post-apocalyptic battles to hand-painted spirit guardians. Whatever world these creators build, whatever story they tell, whatever sound effects they use, we will work with creators to guarantee that their games look and play best on Xbox One.
Until
Like
it's
this
on the
next
PC.
game, generations have loved role-playing games
Which we
from
also
inventive
support.
studios in Japan. Our next game is the latest in a legendary series. For the first time ever on Xbox,
Blow my mind.
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not that surprised to hear that, but hey, Kingdom Hearts!
It's cold! Guess he's too used to the beach. Hey, Islander, what can I say? Look, even the sea's turning to ice. Wow.
I'm positive that this is making a huge number of people absolutely thrilled right now.
Talking snowman. You really are alive.
I just kind of
these your friends?
assumed that this was going to be on the Xbox as well because the game's been in development for so long. They need the money.
Give me strength. Whoa!
Everyone's favorite shooting segments.
Look out!
They're making a return.
Oh, that's amazing. You can control ice.
Control it? No, all I ever do is hurt people. This is my home now. I can't go back. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Herc! Look out!
I feel like this needed different music because the only other sounds are voices. And it's kind of odd.
Roxas does exist. His heart's inside my heart.
The other Twilight Town is just data.
So what will Elsa accept?
Just
light or darkness?
Zero sound effects.
I want to know.
Well, good for you, but guess what? I won't let her fall to darkness.
This Keyblade.
Is that?
Mickey. You're too late.
Exclusive.
That was some cringe dialogue, but you know what? It's the people that love those games. Why did my air conditioner turn on?
You needn't cower in the doorway. I actually like meeting new people. Besides, the conversation...
Oh, it's the sea of memes!
Here has reached a bit of an impasse. I think he just needs a moment to cool off.
Oh, Jeff is looking to join in.
Now, I sense that you brought me something to inspect. Show me.
Oh.
Yo, you hear Mr. Black? I can hear you,
The waves
yes.
of change roll throughout the seas.
We need to turn
and
you
a
up,
new
though, I
land
think.
is revealed. The forsaken shores. A place of
Rendering a video, I thought I'd hop in.
where fire and ash consume all. And from the depths, skeleton crews will rise to curse the seas. An ancient evil set loose upon the Sea of Thieves. You have delivered unto me a portent of doom most terrible.
I think I'm ahead of you right now. I'm not
You just
sure.
wanted to know how much it was worth, didn't you?
Probably. I'm just gonna restart
Fine.
and refresh my page real quick to make sure. Yeah, you are ahead of me. Oh, it was the Sea of Thieves. I'm sure it was a great meme. It looked like more Sea of Thieves. I like randomly lost power here, or like my internet cut out not long ago, so it was weird.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Frostbite engine.
Are you seeing some glove? Some dudes in the forest? Or am I ahead of you still? So I can just pause it a little bit.
I refreshed the page, I don't know how... Yeah, now I'm seeing a glove.
Oh,
And
wow, okay.
I just refreshed like 2 seconds ago.
I just refreshed as well. Which E3 video are you
I'm watching
watching
YouTube
from?
right now.
Oh, YouTube, that's why.
Here, I'll link you up.
Yeah, that's probably why.
It's Battlefield 5, basically. It was like an extension of the trailer.
You know what the Kingdom Hearts trailer reminded me of? It like the
exclusive.
The feel of it. It reminded me a lot of Final Fantasy 13. You know how they had that that Leona song, the Lewis whatever.
Yeah, Leonia Lewis.
Yeah, just that's what it felt like. Felt like they were going for that.
Oh, we getting more. What is this? Forza Horizon or actual Forza? If it's off-road, it's Horizon. Just let me have a racing game again, for God's sake, Forza. Come on. Do me proud.
Yeah, I was out all morning dynoing my cars, so I'm in a car zone right now.
Oh boy.
You said want to show off that rain.
Well, I mean, in racing games, there's only so many things you can show off tech-wise as to how far the games have come. Rain is a very popular one, and then snow, dirt. It looks pretty dope, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like every racing game that I've seen in the last, like, 5 years.
That's perfectly fine.
It's cars going quick with nice wallpaper, scenic looking things.
Oh, do you see that old friggin' taxi? Let's go. Oh, wall got broken. What? What's a hovercraft? What? Oh, it was probably one of those events where you're racing like some other random vehicle. Yeah, that's definitely Horizon 4, yeah.
Please welcome, from Playground Games, Ralph Fulton.
I don't know how much of that actually was gameplay, but we will wait and see, I guess.
Thank you so much. It is fantastic to be here. Today, I am excited to show you the world premiere of Forza Horizon 4, set in beautiful, historic Britain.
In Britain,
Forza Horizon 4
they do love their
features
cars.
dynamic seasons in a shared open world, and seasons change everything. Let me introduce you to some of our team who will be helping demo the game today.
Dear God.
Please welcome Bill, who is online with a few friends in the beautiful English countryside. He has chosen the incredible new McLaren Senna. And say hi to Solomon, who is hanging out with his buddies on the
There are
streets
several
of Scotland's capital,
consoles set up in that
Edinburgh.
area.
Solomon is driving the Hoonigan Ford Focus. And please welcome Andy, whose off-road buggy is perfect for taking jumps,
Hi,
scaling
Andy.
rocky terrain, and having fun on the coastline of Britain. But first, let's join Rebecca. She is enjoying the summer in her highly customized Nissan
Skyline.
Silvia.
Yeah.
The sun is out,
Let's join Rebecca.
the sky is blue, and it's the perfect day for a drive.
You mean for a
Forza
drift?
Horizon 4's Britain is a shared open world. When you play, you
I just
play
wanted her to
with
just
the
rail that
entire
first car
community.
right off the bat.
And that means the other
Just
drivers
take the
you'll meet in the
corner and
game will be
hammer a
real
car.
people with all the variety, spontaneity, and fun that real people bring.
Oh, that 40.
Let's join Bill.
They're definitely
He's in the
hammering
same
home
shared
that
world
you
as
can break
Rebecca,
walls and
driving at
stuff.
speeds made even more thrilling on Xbox One X by the brand new 60 FPS mode.
Graphics look nice.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile,
Nice.
Andy is bouncing
Forza
around
series always
the
looks,
dunes
like,
nearby.
really, really
As
good.
you can see, Horizon 4 is
That
still
Land Rover.
full of action-packed fun. And now we're going to show you how seasons change everything.
Like the colors of the trees. And the
In
leaves
Horizon
make
4,
your tires lose
every
traction.
season changes the world around you.
They
with
drop
each
leaves
bringing
in the
its own
studio.
unique
Get out of
beauty
here.
and
Fuck
unique
off.
Gameplay. One of the great things about this shared world is that it's easy
Nice.
to interact with the people you meet. Here, Solomon and Rebecca use the new quick chat feature on the D-pad to start a new friendship. It looks like Rebecca has found some like-minded friends.
Start a new friendship.
Yeah.
It's great to play solo.
Randomly,
but it's better to play with
randomly
others.
befriend a bunch of
Horizon
other
4
drifters.
lets you seamlessly enter co-op from within the game world.
Look, you got some racers there, and then you've got like a fucking GT4.
Seasons, time of day, and weather conditions are dynamic.
Hey,
But
I
they
like
are
to drive through walls. You want to be
for
friends?
every player,
Yeah, I like to
so
drive
the
through walls
entire
too.
Community will experience them at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie, the graphics are fucking
The
11
graphics
out
do
of 10.
look real nice.
Now, as much as we'd all love to sit and
11
watch the
out of
sun go down
10.
together, let's see how this scene looks in winter.
Oh, are they gonna drop soap on the audience now? So fucking guy in the audience.
The entire
We got a new
world
truck.
changes beyond recognition. In winter, the lake has frozen solid.
Are they gonna drop
and
snow in the
previously
studio now?
That's what I'm
inaccessible
saying,
areas can
right?
be reached. The trees have entirely lost their leaves, and snow and ice cover the
the screen
terrain.
keeps freezing
The
from
visuals
render.
and the driving
Rip.
experience couldn't be more different. And now a blimp has appeared over the ice to signal the start of a new world event. Forzathon Live invites the entire community to come together and cooperate to win big rewards. And while they head off to the
I
event,
just can't
I'd
get
like to
over
show
how
you
good
the
this
world
game
of
looks
Forza Horizon
graphically. I just
4
can't
lives
fucking.
in
That's
spring.
some good looking.
In spring.
Once again, the
Quick,
world
just
changes completely
rain.
with the seasons.
SeaWorld,
bringing new
soak
driving
everyone in the
experiences,
audience.
New gameplay and new events across the whole world.
So much rock chips.
Every season, there are new reasons to play Forza Horizon
All
4,
over your $500,000
and the huge,
supercar.
creative, fun-loving Horizon community will be there to enjoy them with you.
Oh shit!
Today, you've seen a completely new take
Forza
on
Horizon is
In Forza
like the
Horizon
perfect
4, you
extension
will
of the
live
Project
in a
Gotham
vast,
Racing
beautiful world
idea
in which dynamic seasons
of taking
change
like
everything.
semi-realistic
Forza
driving
Horizon
mechanics
4 is
and just
coming to
making an
Xbox
arcade
One
racer.
and Windows 10 on October 2nd, and I am thrilled to announce that it will be included in Xbox Game Pass on the same day.
Wow, Game Pass
so
gets it
much.
right off the rip. Wow.
Please welcome back Phil Spencer.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that actually looks pretty good.
They're stacking up Game Pass
We
and stuff right
know
now.
that exclusive games from our Microsoft studios are what originally turned so many
That's
of
no
us
joke.
into Xbox fans. My team and I take our commitment to you seriously.
Ironically, it's the same
Make
thing that
Xbox
turned us into
One
not so
the
big
best
fans.
place for you to play.
Yeah.
Not
and
enough exclusive
for you
games.
to have the best games on the world's most powerful console.
I still need to
This
see
is why we're
something I
increasing
didn't
our
expect.
investment in our existing franchises
Like
that you
something
already
big.
love. And this is why we are amplifying our investment in new worlds that will deepen your love for gaming on Xbox. We embarked on a quest to find creative teams that have the mastery
The
of our
language of Phil's speech
And we
has been
found
hurting me on levels I didn't
innovative
think
game
was possible.
designers, master storytellers, exceptional world builders.
Like, I like Phil,
And now,
but
I'm
the
proud to
speech,
introduce
bro.
the creation of a brand new Microsoft studio. The Initiative,
Uh-oh.
led by Daryl
Okay.
Gallagher, a visionary storyteller who has worked across some of the most iconic franchises for over 20 years. This new Santa Monica studio is building a team of world-class talent to create groundbreaking new game experiences. And next, I'm excited to welcome Undead
Breathe,
Labs
buddy, breathe.
to Microsoft Studios. This studio caught our attention with their visionary approach to building a zombie survival franchise. They just released their second infestation into the world, and in the first 2 weeks, over 2 million of you have joined the fight to survive.
I've never heard of this shit. Have you?
Now,
Nope.
it's my distinct pleasure to announce that we have acquired Playground Games.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a long time coming,
This
but
is one of the highest rated studios of this generation.
that's actually a big pickup.
Celebrated for their incredible craftsmanship. Not only will Playground Games continue to work on Forza Horizon, they're bringing their open world expertise to an entirely new project. We can't wait to share more about that later. And for the fourth new studio, it's my personal honor to welcome Ninja Theory to Microsoft Studios.
Jesus. Slow your roll, Phil.
I met Nina
Stop spending
Tamimi
money.
when we collaborated on Kung Fu Chaos
Oh,
back
shit.
on the original Xbox. And a minute into playing Hellblade, you know you're in the hands of master storytellers who are fearless about telling bold cinematic stories. This is a team gifted in creating new franchises. And yes, we've got a fifth studio to announce, Compulsion Games. 2 years ago, we premiered a game we couldn't get out of our
We
heads.
Happy Few or whatever.
A game that captivated us with its strong, fresh, and intense storytelling. We Happy Few is nearing its full release to gamers everywhere. So please help me in welcoming all of our new studios.
There's a few studios being added in there.
By joining us at Microsoft Studios, these 5 new teams will have the resources, the platform, and creative independence.
So
to
they
make
just
big-
basically
take bigger
kind of all
risks,
become first-party
create
studios
even bolder
to
worlds for you.
hopefully make some exclusive-ass titles for
Truth is the
Microsoft.
enemy
Hopefully.
of happiness.
Because they need
Isn't
it.
that the decision we all made?
Oh. But you know the truth, don't you?
The Angry Scotsman.
There's not a thing I can tell you that you don't
Gearbox
already know.
Publishing.
Is there?
Have you had your joy, Ollie?
People in town are getting a tad bit skinny. I think they're starving to death. And they're painting the streets in rainbows. Have you not noticed?
Oh, Ollie.
Don't you hate it when
Why
they
are
paint
you
the streets with
wearing those
rainbows?
ridiculous new masks.
You should get one. They shape your face into a smile. And when you smile, you can't help being happy.
We have to tell people. They need to know the truth.
No! It's better not to know.
Seems like a game I give 0 fucks about.
And it's another fabulous day.
It's like a very.
It's like a Tim Burton game.
It's on the. It's a very on the
So we're
nose.
practically the only 2 people in this entire city who stand out
like,
of our minds on joy.
Talking about.
Not a lovely day for it.
Let me put it
It's
this
a
way.
terrible day for it.
This is the video game British version of This Is America.
Robots made out of meat. Where is it? Where's the blackberry?
That's what this game is.
I see no black people.
That's why I said the British version. Although there's a lot of black people in
There's a
Britain.
lot of
to be
black
fair.
people in
But yeah, you get what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Not until we take their joy.
Exclusive.
And when we do that,
I don't even think it's
they'll
exclusive.
murder
I think
each
it's
other in the
also.
No, I was talking about the next game. I think I'm a little ahead of you.
Oh, probably. You probably refreshed when you're.
Yeah. Let me know when you see that exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Now.
All right.
Hey, look what it is! This ain't exclusive, you fuck boys! This is just PUBG! And if it was exclusive, it's not the game you want to be claiming exclusivity over. Yeah, if only if this ever actually happened in the game, it would be a different story.
Oh my god.
They're showing this game in ways that it is never played ever, and it's amazing. Just amazing. This is the game that, like, when the developers think the game is played, they're like, this is how, this is This is how the game should be played, and then you watch the reality of it, you're like, oh, okay, well.
Did I just watch a trailer for PUBG 2?
No. You're watching the trailer for PUBG on Xbox, which is PUBG on PC, except 6 months behind in content. That's basically what that is. Winter 2018? What do you mean? Oh, did they get an exclusive map, a snow map, before a PC?
We get a weeb game now.
Oh, God.
World premiere.
And a move is real. Dun, dun, dun. And a move. Oh, it's Tales of Vesperia. Wait. Oh, the definitive edition. Oh, really, Tinzu? You switch to your sidearm to stop the glitch where you can't fire weapons? Great. I'm sure I'll try and remember that in the middle of a firefight when I'm shooting at somebody who's shooting at me to change to my sidearm and then back again. In all the hopes that it keeps me alive.
Can we move on to the next game? Jesus.
What do you mean, Jeff? This is Animu, bro! Are you seeing how hyped this 4-player Japanese RPG remaster?
I can't wait.
The Tales of games have always been like pretty good, but they've also been games that, despite not hating anime, I can't play.
World premiere.
Oh, all right, world premiere. It's not an exclusive, but Microsoft paid to show it on this stage first.
DC.
That's what we got.
The most heavily protected city on Earth.
Call of Duty.
Within its limits, 177 foreign embassies, 550 elected officials,
the Ubisoft game.
Personnel. In the event of an attack, critical personnel are evacuated, underground shelters open, while complex defense systems patrol the sky.
But nothing stopped the virus. 27 days after Patient Zero,
Division 2, maybe?
Washington fell.
Not
it
already.
Began with riots on K Street.
Yeah, Division 2 will be at E3.
Troops withdrew to
I just don't know
bunkers.
if this would be. Oh yeah.
Were left in the streets.
This is like
America
zombies.
Is on the brink of collapse, but some people
That's what it
have
sounds like.
survived. Gardens grow on rooftops. Their fences patrolled with rifles.
Weed grows on
in communities
rooftops.
that live under constant siege. Survival has taken the form of urban warfare.
Centuries ago, on this very soil, brother fought brother, spilling blood to forge the United States. History is threatening to repeat itself.
Now, in the heat of summer,
This is coming
6
across an
months
awful
after
lot
the
like
outbreak
Division 2.
began,
Yeah,
a
it is.
remnant of a corrupt state lurks in the shadows, ready to engage in a new civil war.
Agents of the Division are the only ones standing against it.
But how do you save a nation when its enemies come from within?
Ubisoft learned an awful lot in Division 1. If they put that to use in Division 2, it could be a pretty fire game. Did that say in-game footage?
Yeah.
Ooh, massive entertainment.
is just ahead.
Time to watch it play out. All right, now it's Ubisoft, so we're gonna get like that really campy
Scripted bullshit.
scripted dialogue. Yeah. Even the Division 1 still looks unbelievably good. So if they improved graphically the Division 2, that's gonna be impressive. I just don't want the game to be so bullet spongy like the first one is. Bullet sponge games needed to die out a long time ago.
So you guys are coming or what? Yeah.
God bless the writers for this shit. I love it.
Merry Christmas. Now, here's the door.
Can you imagine if you actually played the game at this pace?
Karpinski, it's the division. Hey, let me just talk to this guy.
We've got a boy here who's gonna die without his meds. Those True Sons assholes confiscated him, along with most of our drinking water. Up around
Okay, meet us at the sinkhole? Yep. Okay, sure. Wow. Okay. Definitely from the capital. You should have a new side mission on the map.
Yeah, we're not that far.
Okay, do it after the crash site? Sounds good. They're just ahead of us, Matt. Hey, I see you. I'll be up in a sec. Kit, we gotta get you leveled up.
I know, please help. I've been busy.
Toxic chemical residue detected.
A lot of loot down there.
I love
Hey, you
it
guys
when they
should
do
really
this.
check this out. Almost there. So that's the control point.
Oh, this is people supposedly playing together, Miyagi.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, wait for me.
Ubisoft always does it.
Yep, I see him.
Don't aggro him yet.
Let me adjust
For
my
the fake
build.
news, it's just
Got
fake
my
gameplay.
crossbow and chem launcher.
It's technically not fake gameplay.
No,
it's just
but it's
the
just-
the most canned ass dialogue imaginable.
Chem cloud out. Matt, can you flank them and get a clear shot?
I'll take that sniper on top. Wait for it.
Oh man.
Got her.
Not gonna lie, this looks exactly like the last one. Like how
Well, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it to look. It'd be a bit weird if it looked dramatically different from the first one.
Yeah, it's just like the gameplay looks the same. It's like they're just selling the Division over again. Like they're just it's.
Over here.
If they said this was an expansion, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, in this genre, it's really hard to like differentiate, you know, new game versus expansion.
I'm stuck.
Because the game's lifespan is so long, and the content like gets put out on such a long time scale that by the time the second one comes around, you're like, why isn't this just an expansion?
Oh, there's a dude rushing through the plane. Guys.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Got him. I'm down.
Yeah, hang on, I'll get you. I'll cover you guys.
Come on, come on.
Yeah, if it's as much like bullet sponge and math as the first one, I'm immediately checking out.
Setting my drone.
Thank you for the revive, Meg.
I've got this guy behind the tank.
Map of the hive, nice.
Alright, just lay it on him.
Again?
Drone down.
Oh, there goes his armor.
Yeah, this
You're on your own.
is like a way of showing gameplay without actually showing gameplay.
Level 30.
Oh, sweet. Congrats.
Alright, flare is up. Control point is
Well,
ours.
at least we don't have to see them on stage like acting this out. You know?
Yeah, that's like the ultimate. That's the
even worse.
trifecta. Yeah,
It's like they did this probably several times and used the best take.
Looks like a rough landing.
Oh my god. It's so cheesy. Jesus Christ, stop the madness.
Whoa, that's nuts.
Let's check it out.
Pause your video for about 8 seconds.
So, game plan. Take the capital back, I think we're ready.
Let me know when you see the title screen.
Oh, you're that far. How do you get so far ahead? All right, go ahead. Play it.
Please welcome the head of engineering, Xbox Game Pass.
All right, well, it
Ashley
looks
Spiker.
Looks like the first one.
Yep.
This is what I'm writing down. Looks like one, but slightly prettier.
This is a special time for gamers. We've never had so many incredible games to play. Storied franchises, uncharted worlds, new releases, and cult classics. Genres we love, and genres we'd love to explore. There's only one problem. Too
Whoever
often we are
mic'd her
forced
up
to choose one amazing game
Didn't do a great
over
job
another.
because I'm hearing
So we set
every
out to solve
single
that
piece of
problem.
saliva
And to answer the
in her mouth.
question, what if you didn't have to choose? What if you could play them all? The answer? Xbox Game Pass. A way to give gamers the ultimate freedom to play. And your response has blown us away. Not only are you playing more games, you are spending more time gaming. Freedom of choice is leading to more discovery, more play, and more fun. And we couldn't be more inspired to keep building and unlocking more for you.
I really feel her energy, Jeff.
So for the last
I'm
year,
feeling
we've been
her
working on how
excitement.
to give you faster
Oh man, it
access
just makes me want to
to
go
those
buy
games.
this pass.
She is
We leveraged
jazzed.
the machine learning expertise we have at Microsoft and invented a way to start your games twice as fast. And naturally,
Like,
we're
can we
calling
get
it
people?
Fast Start.
Like, what's wrong with these
Unlike
companies?
The current
Like,
ready to
I
start
swear to
system,
God,
which is
like,
manually
get people
configured,
out there
Fast
that
Start
doesn't
uses
have to read
machine
from a
learning
script,
techniques
and get
based on
people
how
out there that
gamers
like believe in what
actually
they're saying.
play
Like they're genuinely excited.
Fast Start is
You know what I
designed to
mean?
get better,
Like, just
as
get
the
up there and
algorithms
just.
parameters
It'd
are
be good.
refined
It would be nice. It would just be refreshing because no
I'm
matter
pleased
how
to
good it
announce
is,
that
it just
Fast
feels
Start
so.
Remember when
will
Sony
launch for
hired
select titles in the
that dude
June
who
update
eventually got
coming later
fired
this
for
month.
like smoking weed or some shit? But we had him for like 2 years for E3. And he kind of looked, ironically, a bit or coincidentally like Jack Tretton, the CEO, but
Ultimately,
he obviously
it
wasn't.
all comes
I
down
can't think of his
to the
name on the top of my head,
games.
but he
We'll
crushed it
continue to
so
deliver
hard.
Iconic
And I
favorites
need, we
like
need
Halo,
that
the Master
We need
Chief
that
for
back.
everyone.
coming later this year. We also plan to release all
Kevin
new
Butler, that's
exclusive
it.
games from Microsoft Studios, including Forza
That dude's a
Horizon
legend.
4, Crackdown 3, and more, into the Xbox Game Pass
Oh my gosh.
catalog on the same day as their global release.
That's actually like a strong value for Game Pass
Every
people
month,
having, even
we'll
if it's only
also bring
first-party
new
Xbox games,
from
having them
leading
available day
creative
one,
studios
and
into your Xbox Game Pass library.
they're just off to the races.
Games like Ashen, Warhammer Vermintide 2, After Party, and Phoenix Point, all available in Xbox Game Pass the same
Xbox.
day as their global
Yeah,
release.
Xbox.
That's she just leaked the code name for the next Xbox.
Xbox.
So
Xbox
that's what's
One.
next.
0.5.
But let's talk about what's happening today.
All right, what's happening today?
What's happening today?
Division.
Tom Clancy's The Division.
Oblivion?
The Elder Scrolls Online
Oh,
Tamriel
the Elder
Unlimited.
Scrolls Online. Okay.
And
Fallout 4.
4. All enhanced for Xbox One X in gorgeous 4K, and all of them playable today in Xbox Game Pass.
I'm not gonna hate on that shit. That's like that's a lot of game.
Thank you.
How much is
to
this
all
pass?
Of the developers
I'm
working with us
I'm not actually
to bring
sure.
freedom of choice to gamers around the world with Xbox Game Pass.
It's
Thanks,
definitely
everyone.
designed for people who are likely to like play and beat like a game a month. If you're on that track, then you're getting your value. If you're less than that, you're probably better off not doing it. $10 US a month.
not terrible.
Good in the U.S., too expensive in Canada. If it's $15 in Canada, then that's too much. If it's $12.99, then yeah, you're.
I mean, if they were throwing out new releases, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But most of those
they're
new
like,
releases.
hey, guess what? That Forza you like? It's on that
here
thing.
It is. But as soon as you, don't have Game Pass anymore, then you don't have your access to your shit, right?
That would, I can see them kind of doing something like that, where they start releasing new titles under Game Pass as well.
Well, that's what they're doing here. So, like the first-party Microsoft stuff, so Forza Horizon 4, all that's day one release Game Pass.
Oh shit! Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
value.
That's value. I mean, if
It's a lot
you're
of
playing,
value.
if you don't want to own the game, like if you don't care to own it. Now, does the game stay on there indefinitely, or are they only there for a short period of time, like a couple months, or?
I'm not sure if it's a rotation schedule, kind of like a Netflix, or not. I have no idea. But
well, because most Netflix stuff stays on Netflix, right? It just gets VODed. Like, it would be cool if they just start releasing games, like they just start releasing games for this thing, and force basically people to buy these.
I saw it.
These memberships, because I'd fuck with that. Like if Xbox, if it goes that way where you can pay $10 or $15 a month and you never have to buy any more video games, and you can just for most
indefinite.
Yeah, it's like, can you imagine how much more people would do that, right?
They stay, so the library's getting pretty big. Yeah, okay, well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
As of right now, anyway, the service, the games that go on there, it's indefinite.
We can't let Trinity get hold of this.
Well, that's not bad.
Do you realize the
So you pay for probably Xbox Live, then you pay for the Game Pass. So you're looking at, Canadian, you're probably looking at something like $30 a month. Close to it.
If I didn't have to buy any video games, ever, I'd do that.
Yeah.
And I don't buy many games regardless. Like, I might buy a PS4 game once every 5 months.
Yeah.
And I would just have the membership. Like, even if there was nothing out that was coming out in the next couple months, I'd just have it.
I know that it's not practical.
All these Tomb Raider games have been dope.
I know
So I'm
that
sure
it's
this
hard
one's
to
going to be dope
believe.
too.
Fucking watching the Jungle Book.
You don't know that you caused all this, Laura!
Did they change what she looks like, or is that what she looked like before?
Pretty much what she's looked like since they rebooted.
Okay. I haven't played them, so.
Yeah, no, they're all good, dude.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
He wants to alter the course of humanity. If you had that power, what would you do?
Exclusive.
Oh, console launch exclusive. Let's be very specific here, voiceover guy. No, this is not Skate 4. No, people have been memeing this shit up. This is not Skate 4. No.
Imagine you the antelope and I'm the king of the jungle. Animal instinct, phenomenal stamina. Just think about a man on the brink of insanity. And it's me, you not a rapper, you a movie star.
Well, this guy sound like Discount Eminem right now.
Because he is Discount Eminem.
Okay.
A marvelous, majestic.
I mean, the Skate series has always been pretty fire, but never my thing. But people have been legitimately losing it for Skate 4, and if this actually happens right now,
It's in you, it's in me, in MC. That's all we know. The power's in me. It's in you, it's in me, in MC. That's all we know.
Session. Okay, well it's close. It's not Skate 4, but it is Skate 4. People just got absolutely trolled.
Exclusive.
They say you only live once. I beg to
I didn't see
differ.
what version of exclusive this is.
I
What
was
version of
born 3
exclusive is this supposed
times,
to be?
And I've met death 3 times. My first home was Altanova. The curiosity I gained there cost me my first life. I awoke again
Console
in
launch
Tarif,
exclusive?
the
Okay.
village of the sorcerers. I once thought that this would be my true home. Everything changed when I started to ask the forbidden questions. What exactly is the true nature of the Black Stone? What lies beneath the vast desert? Who was it that was calling me from the depths beyond the desert? The world never paid heed to such questions. They just fought on.
What the
blinded
hell am I looking
and
at right
hungered for
now?
more and
I have
more of the
no
power.
fucking
It is time
clue.
that I, at long last, reveal the hidden secrets once and for
Can I just see
all.
Will Ferrell on there too?
I mean, I'd be a lot. My interest would be piqued if Will Ferrell was tied to whatever the hell is going on here.
Come to me, if you dare to learn your true wretched self. Behold, I am Elezra, the darkness born from the desert.
Oh, it's just Black Desert.
God.
Really? That's it? It's just Black Desert?
Great.
Okay, well.
World premiere.
When I started seeing the combat, I was like, this kind of looks like Black Desert, but I didn't think it was going to be because it didn't really strike me as an MMO, and now, well, there we go. World premiere, Jeff. That's
They're
Dead or
all world
Alive.
premieres.
This is Dead or Alive.
Each other a long time.
Come on, guys.
It's definitely not Dead or Alive, but it kind of looked like it. Right? It kind of looked like
You
what's his
never had
name in
this
Dead or
much
Alive.
trouble. You gonna make it through this?
Why do all the black voice actors in these games like really sound black?
Because they're all from the Bronx, every single one of them.
Like why? Like why are they so stereotypical?
Devil May Cry. Oh, what?
I'd fucks with Devil May.
Hey, honey.
Whoa! Don't smile. Stop that. Put those away. Ho ho ho! Jeff, I got a question for you. Could they have picked a worse song for this trailer?
No. No,
Okay.
they
I
couldn't.
just wanted to check.
Why does this guy look like Nick Carter? Like he looks like Nick Carter 20 years ago.
Backstreet Boys are making a comeback, bro.
They are too.
Smacking demons around. That's why I built him that well-functioning arm to kick demon ass.
Wow, that bitch needs to shut up. That's a horrible voice.
Don't smile.
It's a horrible look.
Yeah, it's bad look all
She's got
around.
like a rabbit
No
mouth.
chit-chat or monologue? Just getting right to the point, huh?
That is actually Nick Carter.
Yep.
Legit.
Nick Carter as Nick Carter in Devil May Cry.
At the end, they fight NSYNC.
Yeah.
My brilliant badass work is
The
worth
final
every
boss
dime.
is Justin Timberlake's hair.
Cash first.
And he has a move where he brings out like 16 cups of noodles and you have to figure out which one's the real hair.
I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
Devil May Cry.
I'm gonna go with strikingly mediocre.
I'm sure the gameplay will be fine, but
Please
that was
welcome
just
from
not...
Capcom, producer Matt Walker.
Oh,
and
we're gonna hear
director
more.
Hideaki
This game was
Itsuno.
enough that we're gonna bring out people to talk about.
Perfect. Just what I wanted.
Why is this guy half hugging this bro coming on stage? Get your hand off that poor bastard.
Hey, they're proud, all right?
As director, I wait for years for this.
Prepare for ya for this.
He's speaking. Look, he's speaking English better than I can speak whatever language he probably does on a daily basis, which I'm guessing is Japanese.
Matt, you do it.
English is hard.
It's been 10 years since Devil May Cry 4 was released, and fans have been asking for a true sequel ever since. So
This guy
this
looks
is
like
our
my old neighbor.
response, loud and clear, that we hear you. Devil May Cry and Hideaki Itsuno are back.
Yeah! Those are words.
Early on in the development of Devil May Cry 5, we set our
Wow, he
sights on
brought that
creating
tone down
something
real
that was
quick.
gonna have world-class so we changed full costume models for all of our main characters. And with the power of Xbox
He just
One
took
X,
that
we're able to
knob, turned it to
render them as
15, then back to a 4 in like
Now,
no time.
While visuals are really important, the controls need to remain tight and responsive as well. So we've gathered the best minds at Capcom to ensure that we can still deliver that amazing gameplay that Devil May Cry is known for. And we think that we've made something that feels better than any action game we've ever created.
Hold on, hold on. すべてのファンの皆様のために一番の自信作ができました。期待してもらって大丈夫です。よろしくお願いします。
Itsuno-san says that he is convinced that this is the best game that he's ever made because we made it for you, our fans. And we hope you look forward to seeing more.
Have a great E3!
Oh, he smashed the English in that last
There you
sentence. Let's
go.
go.
Exclusive.
Console launch exclusive. If I just see console launch exclusive one more time. This sounds like Cuphead. Alright, more Cuphead. And Mugman. Oh, a new playable character.
You think they're gonna make another Cuphead, or you think
No.
that's just gonna be the show?
Exclusive.
The amount of work that it took to
Yeah.
do that game is just beyond any other game I think made in a very long time.
Yeah.
Like hand drawing all the animations and then transferring it to digital and do it like that. No, fuck that shit. I'm actually surprised we just saw that. If I'm gonna be honest. Oh, we've seen this game before, I think last E3. It's The Legend of Zelda with a fox. I'm not joking.
No, it's actually that game.
I'm not joking.
They even have the music in there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like that. Is my favorite Zelda of all time. So
yeah.
I mean, if they're gonna mimic one, it's the one to do it. Oh my God, it's the same music. This is actually a
You
Link
thought I
to
was
the
lying.
Past.
You thought I was lying to you.
No, you definitely were not lying. This is Star Fox if Star Fox was Link to the Past. Is that Darth Vader there at the end?
Oh, that's
Tunic. I'm interested.
That tiny fox.
I'm writing
in a
down
big world
in my notes here,
is a
Tunic,
prime example
Zelda,
of the reach
but a
of
fox.
gaming today. A labor of love conceived and created by
Accurate.
a single developer in Halifax,
Microsoft-
Nova Scotia,
What?
is today commanding gaming's
Halifax,
largest
Nova Scotia.
stage.
Let's go. All right, my
Whether
interest
you're
just went up.
sharing the adventure
All right.
of a tiny fox with more than 20 million viewers on Mixer, or teaming up with Xbox Live friends to slay zombies, gaming is an incredible community. We've
give a shout
always
out to Mixer,
believed
too.
that building community is vital for gaming.
Well,
That
it's
was from
Microsoft's
Halifax.
platform.
Real
Wow.
power
I mean,
Yeah.
I
in
wonder
our
who did
shared
that.
experience.
Well, there's like
Sharing
3
the
or
same
4
world,
different.
the same season.
I know one guy in
dev
particular.
here.
campaigns.
There's
And
a lot of
there's
like
real meaning in
outsourced
sharing our love
dev
of
houses here
gaming
that
with fellow
do stuff with
gamers.
EA and Ubisoft.
This
I'm gonna have to buy it now.
Yeah, now I have to.
Yeah, now I have to buy it.
Premiering games
I am
here at
regionally obligated.
For the rest
Yeah.
of our briefing, everything you show you will be world premiere games no one has seen before.
So they don't even need to tell you anymore. World premiere.
Starting
It's all
off
world
with
premiere.
something entirely new from our friends at Bandai Namco.
I'm on my 3rd page of
On
notes
my
because
last
this
trip to Japan,
conference
their
has been so
creative
many
team
games.
showed me a sneak peek at their next game. Now, you get to see the first look.
World premiere.
There is somebody in front who is so jazzed at everything that's happening.
There are worlds that exist, separate from our own, where the impossible is reality.
Okay.
They consist of both good
and evil. Fuck.
These worlds were never meant to
Looks like
meet.
Frieza. Looks like Frieza's ship.
But things have changed.
Why did that look exactly like Frieza's ship?
Now, they have begun to merge as one.
Looking an awful.
And our last hope.
A lot
are
like
the
Naruto.
heroes we could only imagine.
And One
Definitely
Piece.
a Naruto. That's definitely
And
Naruto.
Dragon Ball.
Survival.
What? That's Goku. That's Frieza.
It's anime crossover time. Yep. Weeb All Stars.
Can you imagine if that was what it was called?
Oh my
Weeb
god.
All Stars.
I'd buy it if it was called that just for the name.
I'd buy 2 copies.
Yeah. Where's One
have
Punch
one
Man?
just for
I'm
steel.
calling it now. One Punch Man is the end of this trailer.
Well, there better be One Punch Man in this. I mean, why are you showing Goku versus Frieza? Show us Goku versus somebody else.
They haven't gotten the right license for that yet.
They're working on it.
Jump Force?
Jump Force? What the fuck? Game!
Where in the hell is One Punch Man?
Unite to fight.
Nowhere's to be found. I wish I could just see
Oh
like
my god. Yugi boy.
Yugi boy.
World premiere.
They're still saying it.
It's been 15 years since the fall.
You know it's getting real when you start quoting Harry Clitoris.
And we are the worms. We burrow in it. Fighting for every useful piece of land. To preserve ourselves from the terrors of the night and the horrors of the day.
I know not who can hear my voice.
I'm still trying to get over Jump Force being the name of that game.
Anyone who dares to steal food will be
What a
hanged.
terrible name.
Their bodies will be exposed.
Every day we rise from dust to choose between bad and worse.
Oh, the writing. Okay. Is this Mirror's Edge apocalyptic?
You know what it kind of looks like? Remember that Xbox 360 like launch title called Condemned or whatever?
And these choices we take to survive.
And you had like that pipe and it was the most satisfying like pipe on head sound in video game history.
Your choices.
Your world.
You know the drill. Get to the nearest safe house and wait until dawn. Good night. And good luck.
Oh, it's Dying Light.
Dying
whatever.
Light.
Yeah, okay. Dying Light 2, sorry.
Please welcome narrative designer Chris Avalo.
Chris Avalo.
My note for this game is meh-tastic.
I wouldn't even put fantastic at the end.
Just
Hi, I'm Chris Avalone, and I'm excited to be working with Techland to create the world of Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 is everything you'd expect from a bold sequel to the first game. A fluid parkour system with improved natural movement, deep and tactical first-person melee combat, and of course, terrifying nights when the infected emerge from the depths of the city to feed on anyone they can find. At the same time, we invite you to a new vision of the post-apocalypse.
Why is Avalon wasting his time on this? There's a lot of people all over the world right now
Today,
asking
however, we
the
want to give you a
exact
look at
same
one of the
question.
impressive new features of Dying Light 2, a technical and narrative advancement for the franchise. Dying Light 2 will be the first in its genre where your choices have genuine consequences in the game itself, from how it looks,
This is
how
not
it
new.
plays, to the events
And
that
as
occur.
he was specific
Everything
to
in the
say the
game world can
genre.
change based on your
Oh, okay.
decisions.
Yeah.
The following demo throws a bit more light on this.
Yeah, no one gives a shit, dude. I am literally watching Mirror's Edge.
Yep. I mean, in fairness, how else is a first-person game with this kind of movement gonna look? But it is very Mirror's Edge, for sure.
Dying Light 2 features a functioning ecosystem that reacts on multiple levels to the things you do and the choices you make. In the example we are about to show you, our protagonist undertakes a mission for the Peacekeepers, one of the many factions active in the city. They want you to negotiate with two survivors who are controlling.
I just get a
and holding
random
water
craving for craft dinner.
Ugh.
Out of nowhere.
Ugh.
Let's say you choose to carry out the Peacekeepers'
Just
orders
hit me, like, for no
one
reason.
way or another.
Rip.
After this, you will start seeing a significant change in the city as access to the water supply allowed the Peacekeepers to bring stability and develop the area.
Oh my god, this rash on my right
There's
armpit
even
needs to
running water
hurry
for
up
the
and
people
heal
at street
because if
level,
I
and
can't
that
start
raises
to
their
put
morale
deodorant
and allows
on,
you
I'm
to
actually gonna
replenish
kill
your
myself.
energy on the go. But
Like my left side is smelling like daisies, the right
PKs
side is
have a
smelling
rigid
like
approach
Satan's
to law and
asshole.
order.
Just absolutely.
You just put some deodorant on your shoulder.
Just terrible.
Just
Oh
the
my.
best.
Oh my god. Just
So if you get on the
bad.
bad side,
And it's worse because I've been eating kind of like junky food, so it just
now
smells
let's
even
return to
worse.
that moment of choice.
Coming right
and
out
instead
your
of
ass,
killing
right
them,
out the
Yeah.
you
pores.
choose to team up
Yeah.
with this group to supply water on the black market. As you will see, this
Dude,
creates a
I
very
checked out,
different set
like,
of consequences for the city. With water being a precious currency,
Is this
it
still
brings you
happening right now?
access
It's
to
still
new
going
resources
on.
and
Okay.
trade. But this in turn attracts the worst type of people to the area. And this is just a single decision, one out of hundreds you will have to make. But it allows you to carve out
really?
your own world. Each player's game experience
Look,
will be
this
unique.
could be really cool.
And by
The
way,
thing is,
this is just what
so
happens in a
many
day.
people
At
have
night,
have said that
things
this
tend to
is
get a
the
lot
game that's going to do
darker.
decisions and world-changing shit right. I haven't seen it yet. So if this is the game that does it, then great, awesome. But until then, I have to remain
Exclusive.
skeptical.
World premiere.
A lot of time has passed.
Wow, this voiceover guy sounds
Wow,
like me
soft.
trying to do the summer blockbuster voice. It's just
A lot of time
has
has come. Why would be needed again.
3 is in green, Jeff.
You always
Is it Ninja Turtles?
What?
Frogger.
Battletoads. Yeah.
Ooh. When was the last time we've seen a Battletoads game?
The last time I hated myself enough to play the original.
Genre mashups, 3-player couch co-op, 4K hand-drawn 2.5D graphics, and broad, non-specific feature declarations. They're back.
They tried a little hard on that one.
Can I see anything?
No.
Are you serious?
You just get broad,
World premiere.
non-descript feature.
And you're gonna show me some cartoon tongue?
I was born to fight wars that no army could win. There was no fear, no failure. But the rules have changed. The enemy changed. And no one was ready for it.
I have to say this.
The Black Hand.
So many games
They are the world's most
at E3
powerful
right now
private
look
army.
exactly the fucking same.
even they
That
should
if
fear what they
if you just played these trailers out and then put like a title card for any of the other games, I'd just believe you.
Dude, I think that's a viral video waiting to happen, man. You should go through all these and make a video and put it on YouTube. And
That's
put
an
one
awful
title
lot of
at the
effort.
end.
That's an awful lot of effort, but
that shit'll go viral, man, because it's totally just mash them all together like Forza and fucking put it all there.
Is this another
They're all
Just
the same
Cause?
game.
This is definitely Just Cause, right?
Want me getting shot at?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. All the time. Who voice acts him? Like fucking Antonio Banderas?
The way Microsoft's been throwing money around, probably.
This is Just Cause 15.
This would be what, 4? I think this is 4. Unless
now
they're
we
like
got-
rebooting the series or
What's
something.
going on in here? What the sweet mother.
Yeah, Just Cause 4.
Just Cause 4. My name is Antonio Banderas.
I could never get my head around the
World
fact
premiere.
that Just Cause as a series just seemed like a demo for what other games could use for destruction shit. Oh, Gears of fuck off.
There we go, Gears.
We got Halo at the beginning of the show, by the way. You didn't probably see that.
Okay.
So we already had Halo 6, but it's called Halo Infinite, and they have a new graphics engine for it. Pop figures, perfect. All right, now if the next Gears of War was just all done with pop figures, I might be interested. Wow, they actually just had an entire
That's
cut.
it?
They had a cut for Gears of War pop figures.
Oh, that wasn't even the game.
Coalition.
No.
Please welcome
Lick my
studio
asshole.
head
Oh, here we go.
Rod
Oh, okay,
Ferguson.
maybe there is some game happening with. All right, Rod. Show me Gears of War mobile.
13 years ago, when I began my Gears of War journey, we had no idea how big this franchise would become.
We had
And
no
as it's
idea
grown,
Cliff Bleszinski
dreamed
would
of
be
taking it to
such a
new places
cocksucker.
in different ways to reach even more fans. And that's why today we're announcing Gears Pop.
No,
a
Cliff, he's
collaboration with our
fine.
friends at Funko
He's just
to
easy to
bring a
poke fun
unique
at.
Mobile spin to the world of Gears. And mobile is not the only new place we're going.
If there was a time for
Excited
Cliffy to just
also
run up on
announce
stage
the
and
true
scream
Gears
fuck,
of War
this would be the
PC
time.
experience in a completely different genre, Gears Tactics. You create a whole new squad 12 years before Gears of War 1 as they hunt a locust monster maker responsible for
I wasn't
destroying
actually
whole
serious
cities.
about like a
It's
mobile.
actual fucking mobile?
I wasn't serious, Jeff. I didn't mean for this to happen. If I spoke this into existence, I'm so sorry.
And of
No.
course, it wouldn't be a Gears game without
No.
massive boss battles.
Oh my god, no.
We look forward to sharing more about Tactics with you soon. But it's not just about going to new places. It's
Nobody
also about
gives
having new
a shit
experiences.
in there.
Was that
Everybody
for
is
sure
so
mobile?
disappointed right now.
Did we actually hear him say mobile?
Yeah, no, he said mobile.
Okay, I just wanted to
Twice.
clarify.
Twice.
And then, oh yeah, here's Gears 5.
Okay. See, nobody was cheering. Nobody was happy. They're like, did you just cuck us?
As Kate, you'll journey across the biggest and most beautiful world we've ever created. With the war for humanity escalates on two fronts, outside the capital city and within Kate
Yeah,
herself.
tactics is what you put at the end
In
of
this
your
moment
game
from the
name if you
game,
don't
Kate
want to
leads a
use the
rescue
word
mission
mobile
to a
because it's
remote
dirty.
Village, but something goes horribly wrong.
Sure it does.
If it didn't, we wouldn't have a game.
Can you imagine if there was a game where you just start off and it just goes
Everything's
right
fine.
and it's like game over?
Everything's just fine.
Or there's just a game where the world's perfectly fine and it's your job to fuck it up?
Yeah.
Kate.
God, I wish I gave a shit about Gears of War.
No. Kate, you can't see this. You don't want to see this. I'm sorry. Kate? I'm sorry.
That doesn't look like Marcus Phoenix. Is Marcus dead in this game series at this point?
Of course.
Can I recommend we
And like
maybe
that's
get
like
these
his.
people out of here? Hey, just slow down.
No, Foz is right. We need to move.
What are you talking?
Like
He's dead, man. Give her a minute.
She'll get her minute in the Raven.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Now we need to leave.
I'm not going.
Excuse me?
For months now, I've been having these
Marcus's
dreams.
son. Oh, this shit's gone on that long?
Nightmares. But I think they were messages.
What?
Something's happening to me.
Oh, there's
Your
Marcus.
grandmother's. Enough. We'll deal with this later. Foz, round these people up.
I need help.
There's a place up north. I think we can find
Is that a
answers there.
swastika?
No. Absolutely not. We have orders.
Because if I see Nazis in this game, bro, I'm
God
turning
damn it,
off
both of you,
E3.
listen.
I'll go with her. Look, if you're missing, Jen will notice. Okay? I'll push Jack the coordinates.
No, Corporal. You're coming back to New Ephira. That is a direct order.
Well, Captain, screw your order.
Oh
This isn't
shit!
about you. It's about me.
Savage.
I need to fix
Gears,
this.
rebels.
Hey, watch her. Her necklace? That's a locust symbol.
Yeah, so?
She would never be our enemy by choice. I know that.
Because she would die for us.
I know that. But what if it's not her choice?
I've been out of the Gears game for a long while, but none of these people look like the people from Gears of War.
Where are we going?
Back to where it all began.
Who's in the shadows? Who's ready to play? Are we the hunters? Or are we the prey?
Oh god.
It's like Grux from fucking Paragon. What did they morph with Dead Space?
That's what it's looking like.
Very Dead Spacey.
It is.
Like, extremely Dead Spacey.
Hey. What are you...
Why did you come here with me? What did JD tell you?
This is a wild game of survival.
Gears. You couldn't have come up with a better name than just Gears 5. I feel like once you reach past 3, you need to have a line.
You need like actual names to come after.
You need like a catchphrase or some sort of...
In the entire history of E3,
something.
In the entire
'cause it starts to
history of
look
our
stupid.
industry, gaming is now at its most vibrant. Today, we share
Phil, you
our
say the
commitment to
same
giving you the
thing
freedom
every
to
fucking
discover and
year.
play all of the great new
Stop.
games coming to Xbox Game
It's the
Pass.
same script, different
Stop.
name.
We showcased more games than we ever have before. 50 games.
That's everything
18
you've got.
titles with exclusivity.
I know that's a lot of games, but
15 world premieres.
3 of them we care about.
But I'm gonna be real. There's not a hell of a lot going on in
Today,
there that I think
we
is
shared our
actually
most
saving your
diverse
console right
gaming
now.
Portfolio in every measure, from breadth and art style, genre and cultures, range and subject and setting, scale and story and scope and creative vision. And every one of these plays best on Xbox. The world of gaming is on an historic growth path, where the increasing number of gamers is met with the increasing creative power of game developers. In this significant moment, we are constantly challenging ourselves. Where can we take gaming next?
Don't turn this
Our
into some
answer?
2018 shit.
We commit and harness the full breadth of our resources at Microsoft to deliver on the future of play. Our experts in Microsoft Research are developing the future of gaming AI, so the worlds and characters we enjoy will be even more rich and more immersive. Our cloud engineers are building a game streaming network to unlock console-quality gaming on any device. Not only that, we are dedicated to perfecting your experience everywhere you want to play, on your Xbox, your PC, or your phone. And of course, our hardware team, the same team that delivered unprecedented performance with Xbox One X, is deep into architecting the next Xbox consoles, where we will once again deliver on our commitment to set the benchmark for console gaming.
Deep.
And let's
Deep.
talk about our games themselves. We
Set
are
the benchmark,
committed
dude.
to building an
Haven't done that in a
industry-leading first-party studios organization. And as you saw earlier, we are making one of our greatest single-year investments in teams by adding 5 new creative studios. We have committed our team, our company,
But do you
our
have Naughty
technical
Dog?
resources, so
Nope.
we can declare to you today,
I'm gonna be honest, only
and
like really
next
one of
year,
those pickups
and
are
all of the
gonna
years after that,
make games that sell consoles.
you will always
and they were already
experience the
making
best in
Xbox
gaming
exclusives,
on Xbox.
basically. So
So choose the games you want to play. There are worlds to be saved, heroes to be made, and legends to become. Together. Thanks, and have a great Easter.
oh, thank
Oh,
God! There's
here we
something
go.
else. Got to be something else. Is more Halo?
No, this is got to be something big. This is probably the Hail Mary here.
This Hail Mary, bro. They need.
This is the Hail
3
Mary here.
They need 3 more Hail Marys.
The Hail Mary. They're down 6.
CD hacks, Jeff. Who is the elite hacker 4chan?
Better not be
Icebreaker.
Watch Dogs. New free trailer. They're hacking in. They're
Oh, is this Cyberpunk? Are we finally getting Cyberpunk? Gotta be Cyberpunk, right?
world premiere. Gotta say it.
If
They
it's
gotta get it.
if it's Cyberpunk, this would be a pretty good
2077,
Hail
they
Mary.
voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues: sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else. Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion. But it's there, just around the corner. And it keeps you going. It's a city of dreams. And I'm a big dreamer.
So what is this supposed to be? Like futuristic Grand Theft Auto?
Nobody really knows yet. That was the first anybody's ever seen of the game. So that's the guys that made the Witcher's franchise. That's their next game. And they've been hinting at it for like years and years and years and years. End with the sizzle reel. Sizzle me timbers. Like, I'm down with Microsoft having the first showing of Cyberpunk, but it's not an Xbox exclusive. So that's less of a Hail Mary and more of like a
lateral pass,
almost successful onside kick.
And there we
and now
go.
Here's
Xbox,
Angry Joe
live at
wearing
E3,
the same
press
jacket and
conference,
shirt
lots of
he's
news and
worn
announcements.
for the
Jeff
last
Keighley here. I was
8
actually
years.
over at the Microsoft Theater right behind there, watching. I just look at my
Boogie.
badge here.
And
But,
Boogie,
now
who
we
has
are
lost
here for our post-show
3 people
reacting
worth
to
of
all
weight.
things Xbox. We've got a great panel. This
Doing
is day one of
DDP
YouTube
yoga.
Live at E3, and this is hour 4. So Microsoft's press conference is over. We've got Bethesda later tonight with Rage 2. You saw a little bit of Fallout.
Yep, Bethesda is in like 3.5 hours or some shit. It's 10 or 10:30 our time. So yeah, so there's that, ladies and gentlemen. You got Mr. Black and I both. I'm gonna do the recap here for the podcast. I'm just recording this video for the reaction segment. Are you gonna stick with me for the recap, or are you heading out?
I'm probably gonna head out now.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you for stopping in.
All right, man.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for you guys on YouTube anyway for the reaction segment. Well, actually no, I'm lying, aren't I? I do both. I even forget how I do these things. It's not the end for you, YouTube. But you do get to be reminded that we're about to kick over to have this recorded for the RSS feed. Oh yeah, I'll be here for Bethesda. All right. Read all these notes. Let's get into doing a recap, shall we? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is E3 2018, and we just got finished watching the Microsoft presser. All sorts of games. I think the rundown they had was like, 50 games, 18 exclusives, and a partridge in a pear tree or some crazy nonsense. We're going to give as succinct, but yet appropriately detailed go over as we can here. Jeff actually also stopped in for the reactions portion. So if you're listening to this on the RSS feed and you want to see what his reaction was live and mine, that's going to be on YouTube. Of course, youtube.com/Life'sAGlitchTV. You'll be able to check it out there. It should already be up by the time you're listening to this. So Microsoft kicked off, as you might expect, with Halo. They showed off Halo Infinite was the title of the game. And apparently it's also featuring, as they put it up underneath the title there, the Slip Space engine, which I guess is, to my knowledge anyway, a new engine. So I guess they're building this all new. And it looked good. It looked like Halo. And we didn't really see too much other than some canned cinematic-y looking stuff. However, it's Halo, and lots of people are going to be very excited about it. It looked like Master Chief was properly in the game the way that it looked there. So that was also positive to see, I suppose. But yeah, not surprising. We got our Halo fix right off the rip. They got that right out. Off we go. Phil Spencer comes out on stage afterwards, gives us the rundown on what we're going to see. Ori got shown off for the next Ori game. We got Will of the Wisps looking really good for sure. The Ori team always, seems to smash it. And this doesn't look any different. This looks like a very good game. It looks like if you like to use some Ori in the Blind Forest, you're gonna like Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That looks like it's going to be something that you're going to want to definitely get your hands on. Then we got something that I have this scratched out here in my notes, a couple of things, because we were like following along with the chat too. People were thinking it was going to be Ghost of Tsushima, and it ended up being another game. This was by, I don't know if they're making them in parallel or if they changed the name of the game, or I don't know what's going on. All I know is that Dark Souls Samurai looking games apparently are very popular, because we got Sekiro, I believe was the name of the game, and that was from FromSoft, if I also remember correctly, and it looked like Samurai Dark Souls. I mean, down to they had a section where a video where the guy was opening a big double cathedral doors, and it just so much Dark Souls for sure, but it looked good, and I'm sure that a man vs. game is somewhere crying tears of joy right now, if he didn't already know about the game. Then we got Fallout, for the sake of Fallout, showed up. God Howard showed up on stage and told us about the fact that Fallout 4 was coming to the Xbox Game Pass. And there was a lot of Game Pass stuff going on in this conference. They're really pushing that as a service, and they've added a crap load of value to it. So we'll get into that more, I'm sure, as we go down through my list of notes. But Fallout 4 coming to Game Pass. You got it. I think it's actually available now. We got first look at Fallout 76. So Toddy Boy was paid off enough by the fine friends underneath Phil Spencer's Rolodex to show it off first at the Xbox presser. And it looked like more Fallout 4 to me. However, apparently it's 4 times the size of Fallout 4 in terms of, I suppose, the map. But I don't know if that also means content or if it's just the size, geographically speaking. Who knows? But it definitely looked a lot like it was more Fallout 4. So if you liked Fallout 4, then good news. We've got some more Fallout coming, and it's called Fallout 76. We'll see, I'm sure, more with the Bethesda later on this evening, more of that game, and maybe we'll have more to say about it. But for now, that was my takeaway, was it looked like they were reusing Fallout 4 assets to get some more money out of those assets that were already created to save up some cash for what is likely Elder Scrolls 6. Crackdown 3 made an appearance in what was kind of an awkward, go, because, they just announced that Crackdown 3 was delayed until 2019. It was very much full of Terry Crews, and we all love Terry Crews because he's amazing. But both Jeff, Jeff hadn't got here yet, but my opinion and most of the people, if not everyone in chat, agreed with me when I said it looked uninspired, and perhaps the most damning thing about it was that it looked dated. The game looked like a game that should have been around 5 years ago. Like it didn't look like a game that's coming out in 2019, and certainly not a game that looked like it's coming out as a console exclusive, marketed big title in 2019. It didn't strike as such. Hopefully, with the extra time that they have, they can maybe spit polish it a bit more and make it a little less about feeling a little less like that. But for now, that's kind of what it gave off the impression, and I wasn't really feeling it, if I'm going to be honest. Which makes me sad, because I want to like that everything that Terry Crews does, because Terry Crews is amazing. What else we got here? Next up, we had Metro Exodus. And Metro is, of course, a very loved franchise. I never really get a chance to play it myself, but I've always heard great things about it. Metro Exodus looked fantastic from a graphical standpoint, but all the Metro games were always quite graphically impressive. The voice acting seemed great. The trailer was actually just very hype in general, and so it might be one that you want to go and check out whether or not you're actually interested in the Metro series. So yeah, it looked really good. Then we got some Kingdom Hearts, which is on the Xbox for the first time. And I'm not particularly shocked about that because Kingdom Hearts 3 has been in development for Lord knows how long. It's probably a very expensive game at this point. And for them to lock it up on a single console, even though PlayStation is doing leagues better than the Xbox at this juncture, and probably for the rest of this generation, it stands to reason that they would want to put it on as many platforms as they can. So it is coming to Xbox, and it looked like some more Kingdom Hearts. It was kind of weird. Like this doesn't say anything about the game necessarily, but there was this really long section of the trailer they showed off where there were zero sound effects. There was music in the background, but there was zero sound effects. And since the music wasn't particularly like super hype or very full in how much was going on, it seemed like it seemed unfinished, and it felt kind of weird and like I don't know, it felt awkward to watch. But it also had some super cringy dialogue. Not that that's anything that anyone who's a fan of the Kingdom Hearts franchise, wouldn't already be used to. Yeah, Elsa's there. Let it go. Let it do. Kingdom Hearts on the Xbox. Next up, we got Forza Horizon 4. And I was personally, I thought that we were going to get a Forza game. I thought we were going to get a mainline Forza game at E3, but we got a Forza Horizon 4. I'm not particularly upset about that. Horizon is a really good franchise, and it's pretty much the spiritual successor to Project Gotham Racing, which was one of my favorite racing games growing up. So I'm all down for it. I'm all down for it. It looked good. In fact, it looked really good. Graphically speaking, it was one of the most striking games that we saw throughout the entire conference. It looked spectacular. They have a big focus on seasons this time around, and it seems like they were saying that the seasons are obviously going to change gameplay up a bit. I mean, you could take stabs at things like leaves on the track in fall are gonna make your tires lose grip, whatever, or maybe it's just visual. Either way, it looked really, really good. There were also like this odd focus on the fact that you could drive vehicles through like stone walls and stuff. That's in Britain. It's hosted in Britain this time around, and so obviously lots of in the British countryside, old farm rock walls abound, and so driving through those, it was like, hey guys, you don't just your car doesn't just stop now. If you have a big hulking off-road vehicle, you could totally drive through this thing. And so they showed that off many times, but it looked great. And again, this was the theme with a lot of the first party stuff from Microsoft. Game Pass gets it day one, and it looks like this is going to become more of a thing for Microsoft, whereby at the very least, I would assume if it's a first-party title, that you're going to be getting these games on Game Pass on release day. It's no longer a delayed release there, and that brings a ton of value to Game Pass owners or users. Very cool to see that. Then Microsoft, in that same vein, when it comes to the first-party thing, Phil came back out and he said, hey guys, look, this is paraphrasing a little bit, but he came out and said, and by a little bit I mean a lot. Okay. Philly comes out and he says, guys, look, we at Microsoft are swimming in filthy, filthy money. Just so much money. And we know that we need to dramatically up our first party titles game because it's weak. It lacks strength. It is unathletic and awful in just about every way. It's anemic, and we need to change that. So he starts this off by saying we have a new in-house kind of first-party developer that we're booting up. It's called The Initiative, and it's a studio focused, what it sounds like, exclusively on new game experiences. So more unique stuff than perhaps what's already in the market. Then he said, but wait, there's more! They bought a bunch of companies up, and some of them are more substantial than others, but there's not really a necessarily weak pick amongst all of these. The first one he mentioned is Undead Labs. I have no idea who Undead Labs are. You know what? I'm gonna Google search this bad boy right now and see what they did. Undead Labs. Hook me up with some context. Wikipedia. They do State of Decay. There you go. That answers my question. So State of Decay, so they own them now. They're under there. They are part of the first party family at Microsoft. Then he said after that, Playground Games. And Playground Games are the guys who did the Forza franchise, or the Forza Horizon franchise specifically, which is really cool. That's probably the biggest pickup here. And he slid into our DMs a bit, and he said, by the way, they are building a new open world game. There was no other information. We didn't know the genre or what, nothing. Just that it was happening. So it's not just Forza Horizon games that they're going to be cranking out. It's going to be other stuff, and they're already apparently working on something. So when we're going to hear about that, Lord only knows. But it was just, I guess, to make sure that we understood that they weren't going to be just slaving away at one title for the rest of the studio's life. Above and beyond that, there was another one, Ninja Theory, who was the developers behind Hellblade, which was a game that went over very well recently. They're on board. And again, another one, Compulsion Games, who did We Happy Few, also on board. So, what is that? What is that in total? Including the initiative, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different studios joining in under the first party family for Microsoft. You gotta hope then that that's going to really help bring something that's going to be a console selling experience for Microsoft's gaming division, because they need it. And there are some good pickups here. There are some talented people that work across the board in these developers, and so that was a positive thing all around for sure. Then they led in with some PUBG video that I was confused why they were talking about exclusivity, but at the end of the trailer thing that they showed, which was just such a silly trailer that did not show what PUBG is like whatsoever. At the very end, it showed just a brief little hint at what could be a snow map. So maybe Xbox is getting a timed exclusive of a new map or an exclusive map. Who knows? But that's what it was. It seemed to be leaning towards anyway. And so we'll have probably a better idea about that, I'm sure. Hopefully not in the too distant future. Following that up, we had the Division 2 trailer that was a slow burn to find out that it was the Division 2, but we eventually pieced it together. And there's been a lot of talk from Ubisoft even specifically talking about how they're focusing so much on trying to make the Division 2 demonstrably better than the first one, because there was a lot of mistakes made in the first one, and they spent a lot of resources and time trying to bring the first one back. And they did a pretty good job with it. So people were really hoping that the Division 2 took those, lessons and really ran with it. And we'll have to find out, because we saw some gameplay with the classic Ubisoft canned dialogue between would-be players online, and it was the usual cheese fest that ends up entailing. But it looked exactly like the current iteration of the Division, but ever so slightly prettier. So we need to see more, and Ubisoft, I'm sure, will have more for us. But for now, that was pretty much what we ran with, and it just looked like the current iteration. So if you're into the Division as it stands right now, from what we've seen at the Microsoft presser, you might continue to be pleased with the next Division. If you're like me and you were hoping that they would take a bit more of a turn away from where the current division is. Not dramatic, but a bit of a turn. We're going to have to wait and see how much that becomes a reality. Again, I have just in the notes here, Game Pass getting a lot of good value, a lot of good day one ads like we talked about. Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, got a trailer in there. Looks great. Most of those, if not all of the Tomb Raiders after they rebooted, looking really, really good. Then the internet got trolled, like really bad. And it was pretty funny. I got trolled. Everyone else was getting trolled. The chat was just losing it. So, I mean, if you haven't kept up with the lead up to E3, for whatever reason, there's been a lot of people hoping for Skate 4. And if you don't know what Skate is as a franchise, it's basically a more realistic Tony Hawk Pro Skater type situation. And people were looking forward to like, oh, let's hold out for Skate 4. I still don't know the genesis of it personally, but it was a thing and it was pretty wide reaching. And so we get this trailer showed up and it's looking more and more like Skate. And I was even saying it on the reactions. And so if you're on YouTube, you've already seen me react to it. But like, if you're listening to this on iTunes or something, you could see me reacting to it going, oh, this is it. Is this really happening? The internet is getting Skate 4. This is the dream. And then at the very end, they pop the title card and it says Sessions. And everyone it was such a roller coaster, but the roller coaster dove off real quick. Rex, how did you get in here? You're in here now. But yeah, so that was absolutely amazing. Hold on, now he's trying to get out like an idiot. You want in or out? You want in or out? Come on. Come on. I don't even know how we got in here in the first place. So yeah, there you go. Sessions. That happened. And the internet weeped. Next up, we had Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 5 got a trailer, and it was definitely Devil May Cry. They chose some really bad music for that trailer that just did not help whatsoever. The character design for what seemed to be the second to Nero or whoever ends up being the lead for this game just was a scary lady who should not smile that often, and it was definitely go check it out. It was an interesting trailer is how I guess I'll put it, but it just looked mediocre. I mean, it's a Devil May Cry game, so I'm sure it's going to be, or it should have some pretty exciting combat, of course, but it just didn't from the trailer. The trailer didn't do it any justice whatsoever. Then they brought out the developer and a translator with them, and there was some good jokes, some good memes. Everyone laughed. It was great. But yeah, Devil May Cry 5. Cuphead, surprisingly, made a showing. I didn't think after all the work that Cuphead would have taken that they would do this, but we do have some expanded content. What looks to be some more levels, and then on top of that, a new character called Miss Chalice. But it's called Delicious Last Course. So that's titled in such a way that makes me think this is all we're going to get, and I don't blame them. That's a lot of work to do a game like Cuphead, all of that hand-drawn animation. But that's pretty sweet, because Cuphead is pretty damn awesome. So everyone was pretty psyched to see that. Then we got Tunic, which is Zelda but a fox. And I had no idea this was the case, but apparently the developers from right here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, where Jeff and I live. So that made us, or I guess for the sake of the pun, made our ears perk up pretty quick. And it looks pretty neat. It does look like about as close of a ripoff of SNES era Zelda that you could get without getting sued. But for better or worse, we'll see how that ends up going. But it did look pretty neato. So we'll see what happens when that pops up in the future. Then we got Jump Force. Oh God. Okay, this was. If I just told somebody, hey, I've got this new game, it's called Jump Force, and you try to piece together in your mind like your first impressions of what that game was likely going to be, the genre that it was that it was in, and in what it entailed, etc., etc. I can guarantee you it would not be what the game actually is. There's not a chance in hell that it would end up being what the game is. And let me tell you what it is, if you don't already know. Jump Force is a hold my beer if you think Marvel was the craziest crossover of all time video game anime version, where we had Dragon Ball Z characters, we had Goku, we had Frieza, we got Naruto was in there, One Piece characters were in there. We had a smattering. It's just Animu, the video game, and it looks like it's a fighting game, like a crossover fighting game or something like that. Apparently I'm being on the fly informed by Graphic right now in quotation marks. The name Jump Force is a nod to the Doujin magazine. I probably massacred how to pronounce that magazine, where these franchises premiered. Shonen Jump. Great. So there is a small subsection of people, probably who this game is targeted towards, honestly, who might have gotten that reference. I definitely did not. But yeah, it's a game with a lot of crossover of various anime. One Punch Man was not included. I was very sad. I expected the end of the trailer, to be One Punch Man. It didn't happen. Instant no buy. No, I don't know, but it was definitely a very odd game. It was one that I never would have expected to pop up in the Microsoft browser. So I guess there's that. They got me. They caught me off guard. There's already been 3 iterations of this, though. Really? So apparently, mostly on the DS. Oh, well, I mean, fuck me. I'm just obviously not ingrained deep enough in the anime culture and video game culture to have known. Well, what do I know? So there you go. Well, you're getting a modern console flashy version of whatever's been on, I guess, the DS in the past. So there you go. There's your full experience from beginning to end. Dying Light 2. I just have it written down. Meh-tastic. Mirror's edge movement with decisions. This game will be a lot better than meh-tastic if the decisions, because so many people, I said this in the reaction, so many developers, so many publishers have come out and said, look, this is the game where finally your decisions are going to have an impact on other characters and the game world around you, etc., etc. And it never really happens to the degree in which they pitch it to you. So if this is the game that actually does that, then so be it. I will be thrilled, and it will be great. And if not, then it looked like a game that could blend in with several other games on the show floor. So I guess we'll have to wait and see a little bit more on that. Battletoads, a Battletoads title, was shown on screen. We didn't really see any gameplay footage. We just saw the tongue show up, and then the Battletoads title card popped up, and they tried to make some really bad kind of fourth wall breaking puns that didn't really go over. But hey, Battletoads, I guess. If you wanted more Battletoads, you're going to get it. Just Cause 4 also being shown off, looking an awful lot like every other game that I've saw pretty much at the E3 so far. And that's actually a bit of a something I said during the reactions is you could do a supercut of, oh man, 5 or 6 games at least that are so similar in how they look and play that it would if you cut it properly, you'd pretty much not be able to distinguish between the games. And it's not great. Personally, anyway. It doesn't really get me excited when everything starts to blend together. Then we got a Gears Tactics mobile game or something that popped up. That was odd, and the crowd was so dead on that announcement. So, like, almost just... honestly, the crowd was probably ready to kill somebody, but then they very quickly, swift as a coursing river, popped up on the screen, Gears 5, and everyone cheered. because thank God, the old bait and switch. It looked at this point, for Jeff had been in for a while with the reactions, and he said something that definitely seemed to strike true, and that was that the game looked an awful, like gameplay wise, looked an awful lot like Dead Space, for better or worse, because Dead Space obviously had some pretty good moments to it, but it's more Gears of War, continuing the story, and if you're invested in Gears of War, you're probably going to be very excited about it, and if you're not really full-blown invested into Gears of War, then Gears of War 5 is unlikely to get your motor turned over, but it looked like Gears. Graphically, looked pretty good. There you have it. Then we got a little spiel. Phil comes out. He gives the same speech basically every E3, and it pains me, but he started talking about how Microsoft is really investing in their games division, using the resources available to them from the main company, things like AI, game streaming out of the cloud, mentioning next consoles being developed. So we're already getting the mentions of. It's like there's a hint. It's like in case you weren't sure, they're happening. We're getting some more consoles. It's en route. When you'll never know until later, I guess, but they're coming. And that was pretty much it that they wrapped up. And then there was like the borderline overplayed hack thing where all the screens got hacked and everyone thought it was over, but it's not over. Like the one more is like, you activated my trap card. And then they showed Cyberpunk 2077. And it looked pretty damn cool. No real gameplay shown, but it looked very, very cool. It put me at ease a bit because, this is coming from the guys who did the Witcher series, and while the Witcher series has always kind of interested me, the setting and whatnot, and the combat was never really my gig. So while we didn't see any gameplay, this is definitely seeming like it's something that's more up my alley, and I'd love to be able to experience something from CD Projekt Red in a way that I am more interested in. And there you have it. That was a first look, Cyberpunk 2077. Now, of course, it's not exclusive to Xbox. And overall, I mean, the conference was not a particularly weak conference. I mean, they showed an absolute cornucopia of video games, and a good chunk of exclusives of various degrees of exclusivity, and but despite the fact that it wasn't bad, and they really added a lot of value to things like the Game Pass and whatnot, it still didn't feel like Microsoft did enough for what they need right now in their current situation, market share wise and whatnot, like what to capture people. I think honest to God, it looks like Microsoft is partially conceding the rest of this generation to build up its first-party development houses and its services for whatever comes next. That's what this feels like to me after seeing this conference. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Microsoft has the money to weather the storm, and I doubt the game division the Xbox game division is really, losing money hand over fist or anything like that. But I think that's, kind of the takeaway that I had after having watched that and seen what they had to deliver. Just didn't feel like it was enough. They needed something better than that. They needed one or two games that were exclusives that nobody would have expected, that just had that were just heavy hitting and console exclusive, and just give us that. But that's not their strategy, and that's fine. I think we're going long ball here. We're going a little further out, and that's fine. We don't know how far out a little longer out is, but when they come out with a single year buy up and creation combination of 5 different developers for their first party development for the game division, that's substantial, right? That's a big investment, and it at least signals that they are looking to bring things back again. You know, it really, the launch of the Xbox One really, Don Matrick heading that division and the decisions made basically killed the Xbox One for the entire generation. And they can make small strides to bring it back towards the end, but they've got a lot of rebuilding to do, and it's going to require, I think, more time than they have allotted to them in this generation. And so maybe it's not a bad idea that they went this route. I'm at least comfortable with seeing them do things like that to feel like they are planning on taking it somewhere and not just, you know, tossing the whole thing out. So that's positive for sure. But that Game Pass thing, I think the Game Pass is the biggest takeaway from Microsoft at this conference, is there's a substantial amount of value added to that. And if they're going to take up this habit of releasing first-party games and when they have the opportunity with partners, third-party titles on day one for launch with these games for Game Pass, that's actually really substantial. And I think that's going to go over quite well with people, and it will give them a good, strong basis for that service moving forward. For sure, to say the least. So that's it for Microsoft. I'm going to go and, you know, cut this up and get this up for you guys to listen to and watch on YouTube and et cetera, et cetera. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This is the Microsoft conference for E3 2018. It is, what time is it? It's 7:15 my time. I believe the next conference is Bethesda at 10 or 10:30 my time. So we're somewhere between 3 and a little over 3 hours away from the next round of that. I will be here, so if you're on Twitch, make sure to keep an eye out on socials, or just come over here when you know that we're like 15 minutes out from the next conference, and I'll be here. We will continue to do this. Whether or not Jeff or Panic is here is up to them and their schedules. And then I will be seeing you for that. So thank you once again for watching on YouTube, guys, and listening on the RSS feeds. And until we see you for the next conference, enjoy E3.